Hello, my name is Emily Rose, and I teach tarot readers and the mystically minded to read Lenormand like they're talking to a friend. And today we are here with Lightning Lenormand, where we are going to talk about everything you need to know about the tree card. Let's get started. There's a quote that I think perfectly encapsulates the essence of the tree card by Hermann Hesse. Trees are like lonely persons, not like hermits who have been stolen away out of some weakness, but like great solitary men, like Beethoven and Nietzsche. In their highest boughs, the world wrestles. Their roots rest in infinity, but they do not lose themselves there. They struggle with all the force of their lives for one thing only: to fulfill themselves according to their own laws, to build up their own form to represent themselves. Nothing is holier, nothing is more exemplary than a beautiful, strong tree. And that quote's by Hermann Hesse. I absolutely love this quote because it discusses kind of the dual nature of the tree. It talks about the deep roots and also the highest boughs that reach into the heavens as well. And it's kind of exemplifying mind, body, spirit connection in just that one quote. When the tree appears in your reading, you will want to look to your context or your question to determine what exactly it's referring to. The tree card for me is my health card. I tend to associate it with health in many different contexts. You can decide to go out of your way and actually assign the tree to represent health. So when the tree shows up, you know it's talking about health, or you can leave it open and it can still suggest health in certain contexts. You will also want to look to the surrounding cards to determine which direction health is going. Is it going in a positive direction or a negative direction? Depending on the question you asked, it can also point to different types of conditions, and also the progress of certain conditions as well. If you're in a business context as well, I tend to see the tree referring to growth in some way. So you think about a tree, it's always growing, but it doesn't grow quickly necessarily, but it grows very assuredly and in a strong way. It's really hard to budge a tree with your bare hands, right? So when it shows up in a business context, I can see that something is growing strong and sturdy, but slow. And for that reason, the tree is also kind of a timing card for me as well, showing it's growing, but slowly. If you're in a love context, it can also represent that as well, strong but slow. And the tree can also point to familial ties as well. You think of like a family tree or ancestry. That being said, I'm a little careful with that because we do have the house card to kind of represent immediate family, but I think of the tree to represent kind of your extended family or ancestry in that way. So when it shows up in a love context, it could show kind of ties to family. It can show family involvement in some way as well. The tree can also represent different aspects of spirituality. Going back to that quote, it's talking kind of about the connection between the roots and the highest boughs reaching into the heavens. So, for that reason, it does have this spiritual bend to it. You can think of it as kind of mind body connection. In some cases, it can represent shamanism and especially ancestral healing as well. That's something that it can manifest as. So there you have the tree card. If you are looking to improve your Lenormand skills in just a few minutes a day, I do have a free Lenormand mini course available to you. You can access it at emilyrosedivination.com/mini course. And I will see you next time here for Lightning Lenormand. Thanks so much for joining me.